In this video, we're going to cover device types. Device types can be accessed through the settings menu. Device types are assigned to devices of a particular type. In our example today, we're going to use a Semtex sensor. Device types are used to decode messages sent from the sensor and encode messages sent to the sensor. So in our case, we're going to create a new Semtex device type. Here. Initially, we're going to use a very simple decoder. It's not going to try and decode the payload. But what we will do is we are going to enable debugging for this decoder so that we can see the messages being sent from the sensor. So if we save this, we now have our Semtex device type. So if we go into our devices page, we have our sensor here. We go to edit the sensor. We can now associate our device type with this device. We click save. Now, our sensor is configured to transmit data every few seconds. So if we wait a second, refresh, we shall see an update. So data has already been sent. Now, if we go back into our device types and select our Semtex device type, we can now go into select payloads, and now we'll see the message, the string that has been sent. We can now select that. So this is the string that's being sent from the sensor. And our decoder now, we need to build a decoder to decode that string. So from our manual, we already have a decoder written to convert that into metrics the platform understands. And this is the decoder. This is the decoder written from the manual. As you can see, we convert the string. Initially it's in base64 format. We convert that. We read the first 2 bytes, big Indian, that's the pressure. We read the temperature, and we read latitude and longitude. We can test this with the payload we've just received by going into the confirm result and clicking run. We now see that the metrics are being correctly read. So if we go back and save this, and we wait for the next payload to be sent, we can now go back in to device types, select our Semtex, select our payload, and now we see that the metrics are now starting to be read. We can also confirm this now if we go into our application page to look at the data from that sensor. We can look at the sensor data. We can select, we only have one sensor, so it's pre-selected, and now we see that we're reading these metrics properly. So that's device types. And device types can be shared across sensors of the same type.